All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Okay, this video is just going to be to add to the spirit of the different brothers, in Great Millstone, that the spirit has been on to go into the fact that the so-called white man is going down, and he's starting to feel the curses that befell us. Okay, the curses that you read about in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that came upon the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Those curses that we read about, they're starting, and really for a while now have been starting to come upon the so-called white man, okay, woman and child, who are the nation of Edom according to the Bible. And I was thinking of all the different problems and issues that these so-called white people are going through, just like we've been going through for the past 500 plus years as a nation of people. Okay, really, when you look at it, these curses were gonna come upon us mainly through being in captivity. So the so-called white man, he's going through problems. He's having these issues, which are really the curses coming upon them, okay? And they're going through something that a person in slavery will go through, because they are enslaved, okay, by their own people. The so-called white man enslaved his own people, and due to the so-called white man being so fucking wicked, he's oppressing and really killing his own people. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get here the scripture real quick. The main scripture, I say one of few scriptures that I'm going to bring out. I don't have many scriptures to bring out. I just want to speak on some things, but this is Deuteronomy chapter 30. What I was going to say was the main scripture that, we bring out to show that the curses are going to befall our enemies. Okay, this is it. Deuteronomy 30:7, it says, "And the Lord thy power," okay, that's Yahweh, "will put all these curses upon thine enemies and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." And the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, okay, have persecuted us. They definitely hate us, okay, because that's spiritual. It goes all the way back to Jacob and Esau fighting in the womb in Genesis, the 25th chapter, starting around the 20th to the 21st verse, okay? And the curses are definitely befalling them. What are some of the examples, or some of the issues, the problems, which are really curses that are befalling these so-called white people? Okay, there's an opioid crisis, okay, amongst the so-called white people. So even the meth, okay, you look at a lot of these so-called white people, Edomites, they're dope heads, okay? A lot of them smoke crack. A lot of them smoke meth. What is it called? Meth. And there's an opioid crisis amongst these so-called white people. Okay, they're killing. They're dying on these different drugs. Okay, why? Because they're being oppressed. It's a goddamn shame. This kingdom, this is your kingdom, okay? Your people are in power, and you're being oppressed in the in a kingdom where your people are ruling. Okay? That's a goddamn shame. But it's all according to the scriptures. And that just really highlights the wickedness, or how wicked the so-called white man is. You know? I'm looking for a scripture. If I can find it, I'm going to bring it out. It's in the Apocrypha. Right, I found it. The Water Yahweh Bashum Yahweh Shai. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 14, verse 5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. And the first part of this verse is the point. He that is evil to himself. The so-called white man is evil to his own people. Okay, that's why they're catching hell, you know. And then I'm not talking about all of them. You still got a lot of Edomites that are doing well. Okay, you got a lot of Edomites that are catching hell. All right, and this drug crisis, opioids, meth, still got some that's probably smoking crack, that's dying from this, or that's putting them in an impoverished condition. Okay, because they spend all their money on drugs. All right, you have the suicide. The suicide rate is the highest here in this country amongst white males in their middle to basically middle-aged white men. Okay, they're killing themselves. Why? Okay, a lot of them are afraid that they don't see no stability in their future. Okay, their women are leaving them, or their women are not staying up under them. That's why you have that whole MGTOW movement. And most of them guys that are MGTOW, which that's the acronym for men going their own way. And these are disgruntled so-called white men, most of them, okay, that have got fucked over by their woman, okay, used and abused, something that would happen to a person in captivity, okay, by their woman, because this is what happened to the nation of Israel. Our women have been slutted out, okay? They have set the woman up over the man in this kingdom, and that has definitely affected our nation, and it is affecting the nation of Edom, okay? So you got the women stepping out on them, okay? That women getting with so-called black men. You got Edomites that are living paycheck to paycheck. You got Edomites that are living in tent cities in this country. For example, like on the West Coast. But if you look in any major city in this country, a lot of the homeless are so-called white people, Edomites. Then you have these Edomites, like I was starting to mention, that are living from paycheck to paycheck, just like the Israelites. Okay, a good proof of that is this issue with the government shutdown. A lot of these Edomite federal workers are struggling to make it because they're not getting paychecks right now. It's a lucky I'm under the weather. Okay, trying to fight this. What I was gonna bring out. You got these farmers, okay? You have farmers that are carrying these big loans, or having to, take on these big loans in order to maintain, okay? That's a slave, okay? Somebody that has to constantly take loans to live, okay? The scriptures tell us that the borrower is subject to the lender. Okay? The scriptures tell us that. Then you have the issue down in South Africa. You got a lot of Edomites down there, Their land is getting taken from them. Their farmland has gotten taken from them. If you paid attention to the news, and then you have a lot of them that are basically living like niggas in the ghetto. Okay. And when the kingdom of heaven is established, the so-called white man is gonna feel the curses for real, all the way. This is just the preliminary stages. They gonna be the new niggas of the world, okay? The so-called white people, the nation of Edom, the scum that they are, and we were happy as hell, and we're rejoicing that the so-called white man is starting to catch hell, okay? This is a great sign that their kingdom is going down, outside of all the other things that are taking place in the world. Okay, so that's basically it. You know, I just wanted to do a little video to add on to the spirit that the so-called white man is going down. They're starting to feel the curses, okay, that are written of in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, I could have brought out some of those verses. I didn't do so, but I really want to hit on the different things that they're undergoing. You know, they're on these drugs. They're committing suicide. Their women are leaving them. Their employees, just like so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, they have to borrow money. They have to, like the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 28. I get the verse real quick. Let me find it. About we should go to our enemy and in need for all things. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I'll let the scripture speak so I don't twist up the words. Deuteronomy 28 and 48, it says, "Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemy." And you want to know what? Oh man, the so-called white man, he's is the enemy to his own people. Just like we, white on white crime. Oh, that's another thing. You know, all this feuding and bickering amongst these Edomites. Okay, just like in the curses that say that our eyes shall be evil towards our brother. That's going on amongst Esau. Okay. All right, reading it again, Deuteronomy 28:48. "Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." Now they don't have a yoke of iron on their neck as of yet, but they will. Okay, they will, starting with you elites that's putting the hell on your people. You fucking devils. You gonna go in the chains. Psalms 149. All right, you gonna get put in chains, and with yoke of iron gonna be around your neck. But the first part of this verse, it applies. They do have to go to this system for the want and need of all things, which is really the international bankers, the Amalekites, okay, who are running everything. Okay, they have to spend Federal Reserve notes just like everybody else. You know, whether they're an employee, whether they're a CEO, it don't matter. They still got to pay taxes. Okay, you got a lot of these. Oh, some I didn't mention, these Edomites are getting brought up on these charges for groping and freaking off on women and shit. All kind of things is coming against the nation of Edom, showing you that they going down, man. But anyway, I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, this video was exhorting and edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit, and peace and blessings on to the elect, the hopeful elect. Shalom.